Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on in. My name is BullMuscle. I'm your host. We should be live now. It is 1:06 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time here. As always, life is good. We're enjoying things. And we got a great show for you today. So welcome on in. I'm going to have my lunch, actually. Got me a big old container of yogurt. Got some peanut butter, some pineapple, and some fresh oats to mix in. It's good for you. Night Owl Paul, welcome on in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a hot minute, man. There we go. We do have RuneLight up and running, which is what we wanted to do. While we just chilled, talked, had a little halftime stream. So why am I saying it's halftime? Well, today is June 30th, 2024. The year's halfway over. How have we done? What were our goals? How are we going towards those goals? These are questions not only that I'm asking myself, but you too should also ask yourself. Because, well, what's the whole point of writing out yearly goals if you never actually look at them? So, Night Owl Paul and Big Red, welcome on in. Let me go ahead and set up Twitch on my phone so I can see the comments or the chat box, because I can't really see it with old school like RuneLight here in the way. Cher, good to see you. Oh yeah, it's Canada Day. That's true. I got logged out of Twitch on my old phone. I'm in the middle of switching phones right now, and it's kind of annoying. I think that's why I had some of the technical difficulties earlier. Go ahead and we'll log in. Corn dogs and baked beans. That is American as fuck, bro. Like it. Must admit, probably not the healthiest choice, though. Just gotta log on to my phone here. And once we do that, I'm gonna go over to the authenticator. Working on vacay. I understand it, but I wouldn't do it. Authenticator is deciding to be a pain in the ass. There we go. Nice, there we go. Perfect. So we can go search myself and bring up the comments. That's what we were looking to do. So, let's take a look at our goals before we get going on here. Air fryers actually get from a pop out of my mom. Air fryers are really useful. I actually got one pretty cheap for like 10 bucks used here. I haven't broke it out yet, but I probably will pretty soon. I need to go to Google Docs on my other phone, pull up my yearly goals. Oh, okay. Work hard and then go on vacation. Respect. That's how I would do it. Perfect. Nice. I've got comments. I've got chat on one phone. I've got my goals on the other. So we'll go ahead and start. Go ahead and start playing. And while we do that, we'll go over our goals. Many things we are doing today. Many things. All right. So, first goal, we're going to go through our goals for the year. Our first goal is in our first category. Our first category is physical goals, right? This one should be obvious. No, we're not doing members for now. We're going to turn clan off for now. There we go. All right. And we will drop this while we do our pin. Perfect. There we go. What's up, John? Hard workout today, dude. Saw that on the Discord. Fucking nuts, dude. You crazy, bro. You freaking nuts. All right. So first thing we're going to do, we'll get to smithing and just kind of AFK do that while we talk. First goal for physical body fat, we want to cut below 12%. Have I got there? Absolutely not. That one's going to be a miss, so we're 0 for 1. Will I get there by the end of the year? Maybe. So maybe it changes. So that's at the bottom of my cut. My original plan was to cut low and then kind of recomp, bulk a little bit back. It doesn't look like we're going to get that far on it. That's okay. We're going to go, what else we got? Need to end the year at or below 15% body fat. So in other words, get lean, stay lean. Have I gotten that far yet? I would say no. My body fat scale is new that I just got, and it says I'm at 19%. Not gonna lie, I think that's bullshit. I think that's a little bit pessimistic. I would say I'm probably somewhere around the 17% range. I would love to go to an actual legit body fat calculator and find out, but you know, there's limits to my access to those, really. So we're 0 for 2, not starting off well. Stacy, thank you very much. Ooh. Smoked sausage, mac and cheese, and a salad. That sounds pretty fucking fire, dude. I'm gonna do probably some rice and beans variation, nothing crazy. Because I have to meal plan for the upcoming week. Tomorrow I actually have to go into town for a doctor's appointment. It shouldn't be any big deal. Actually, yeah, that's much better. There we go. Appreciate that, Stacy. We're working on it. Got the hair cut. Rather, I should say, I cut my hair. I did it myself. But you know, that's not going bad. Let's see what else we've got. Number 3, track my macros the entire year. I'd call this successful. There have been like a day or two where I've had to estimate it because I was out, you know, where I was like in the woods hiking all day. I didn't really have any idea of like what I ate, you know. If I was out eating a burger at like, you know, a cookout, I can estimate what it is, but it's not exact. And that's okay. That's totally fine. Hard to cook when your stepdad's very picky. That sounds like a him problem. I mean, hell, I get it. With when Dodger and I were roommates, trying to cook together because it was more economical, it was difficult, but it doesn't mean it was impossible. So, I'd say I'm good on that. 1 for 3. Crash Override, good to see you. That's good to see you in here, man. Been a minute. Number 4. So our sleep. We're supposed to be averaging at least 7.5 hours this year. To be honest, I would say I was doing pretty well on this until I left South Carolina. My sleep has suffered as a result of traveling and getting used to my new digs here. This is one I need to be better at. I would say right now I probably won't get it, but I've got about a 50-50 shot if I actually focus on getting more sleep. But the problem for me is just life is so much fun, you know? All right. Time to throw in a little pineapple. I know, it's a bit weird in Hawaii of all places to go for canned pineapple, but there is something really nice about it being so shelf stable, and it is still local Hawaii pineapples. So it is pretty good. There we go. I feel like we need another look at your abs to calculate the fat percentage. Stacy, all you got to do is redeem a flex. Just tell me to flex my abs. You have channel points, don't you? And if you don't, you need to stick around more. So, you have a workout question when ready? Shoot, bro. Go for it. Always feel free to ask questions. Love it, love it, love it when my chat is active. Hawaii so far is fantastic, dude. I'm loving it. Life is great here. Let's carry on. All right, we can get through some of these pretty quick. So right now I'd say we're 1 for 4. Number 5, deadlift, 405 pound 5 rep max. Success. Did that, and y'all saw me do that in January. 6, deadlift, 475 pound 1 rep max. Success. Y'all saw me do that in February. 500 pound deadlift. Y'all saw me do that in February. So job done there. So those 3 were successful. Finished the bulk at 235 pounds. That was successful. So now those are 4 successes in a row. So we're 5 out of 8. Final 2024 weight, 205 to 230. Right now I'm weighing it at around 216, 217. So we're about on track for that. So that's 6 out of 9. Bench, 225 for at least 20 reps. Got it. Easy. 351 rep max. Success. 361 rep max. Success. 315 5 rep max. Success. Squat, 425 pound 1 rep max. Success. 440 1 rep max. Success. 375 5 rep max. Success. So all of those, all my lifting goals, those are goals 5 through 16. I got every single one of those on my bulk. My bulk was unbelievably successful in the early part of this year, as y'all saw. So, all right. Make me pose or flex. You pick for the V line. You got it, Stacy. Let's see. Let me get right angle here. Yeah, that's it. Not too bad, huh? There you go. Amanda, welcome on in. All right, trying to work out my buttocks. What can I do that doesn't require equipment? Crash override. Cycling, really great option. So if you want to ride a bicycle, that one's super easy. Another option you can do is lunges. Try going upstairs 2 to 3 steps at a time instead of 1 step at a time. If you have the choice between an elevator and stairs and you want your butt to look good, always take the stairs. That's what I do. I cut my hair. What's that thing on the screen? It's old school RuneScape. I'm playing, I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. I'm just playing. It's what I've found. This is something a lot of people like to do on other social media sites. Is that you give your audience a little game to watch while you talk, and it's more visually appealing. We're trying it out. Yeah, I need to get rid of the tape on the other 2. I did the one that matters, the others don't as much. I knew that tape was tacky. I just hadn't been able to get over to Home Depot and get some command strips. I ended up getting double-sided tape. I'm not really thrilled with it, but whatever. It works. Stairs, bike, lunges are really good. Wall sits are really good. Those would be the ones I go to. But the truth is, if you really want better glutes, you need to hit the gym. You need to squat. Let's see, anything else in chat? What's wrong with the military haircut? I mean, I would say nothing. The buzz is very practical. I can do this myself, and I do. Here's a great example. I've been talking about money and life energy. And basically, what it boils down to is, if you've ever read the book Your Money or Your Life, it talks about this. What you do is you take your total wages, your total income, subtract taxes, and subtract the amount of money you have to spend as a function of going and doing your job. Then divide that by the amount of hours you have to spend either working or getting to your job or prepping for your job. And that gives you what would be called a real wage. My real wage is roughly $33 an hour at my job. So what does this mean? Well, let's go ahead and talk about, no, I'm not on OnlyFans, Stacy, but you should check out the Discord. I actually am a model as a side gig, and I do have modeling pics I'm very happy to sell. So if you're looking for that, you can get them. But getting back to the life energy thing, right? So let's go ahead and say I would have to go 30-minute bike ride for a haircut that takes 30 minutes, and then I've got to pay, let's just say $20, and then I've got to bike back for 30 minutes. So that's an hour and a half of my life energy spent plus $20. So if I'm $33 an hour for that, that's 33, half over again is 50. So now that's a $70 haircut plus 20. Versus if I cut it here at home myself, it's just 30 minutes of doing it, plus it's $0, because at this point, I've had the clippers for so long that they've amortized. In other words, my cost of doing that is just, it's actually about $20. It's $17.50 plus, the amortization and electricity. Roughly, you could round it up to $20. So it's a $50 savings in terms of time and life energy, and a $20 savings in terms of cash. Stacy, you can ask me. Do you really think hold up, Stacy, I want you to ask yourself. Do you really think you're the first person to ask me if I have an OnlyFans? Come on. No, I don't do OnlyFans. I can't as a function of my job. But I can do modeling, and I do sell some pretty good modeling pictures. I mean, the quality on these is beautiful. And they are, in my opinion, I look fucking sexy in them. Highly recommend. So, out of 16 of our first goals, we've gotten 13 so far. All the lifting ones are good. Next goal was get back into cycling in Hawaii. That has been a success. We are halfway through the year, and I have cycled 700 miles just in the last 6 weeks. I'd call that a win. My e-bike is fantastic, so we're going to go ahead and say that's 14 out of 17. All right? Next one. Don't get hungover. Simple as. I decided to quit drinking in 2024, and I have been successful so far. So we're going to go ahead and tack that one on. So that's 15 out of 18. Abs, 5 sets every day. So far, so good. Push-ups, 150 every day. I'm a few days behind on that, but that's fine. It fluctuates. Some days I don't do them. Some days I do 2 times as much. Been pretty reliably consistent about that. So that's a yes and a yes. So we're 17 out of 20 so far. Press, 225 pound, 1 rep max strict. I would call that successful. I managed to do it. Had a little knee bend on it, but not enough to where I would say it disqualified the rep. So I'm going to go ahead and give that one to me as well. Power clean, 250 pounds, success. Full body press, 250 pounds, success. So 20 out of 23 goals for physical. Your traps, Scott? Yeah. I hit my traps today, so looking really good. I hit traps, I hit buys, and I hit my lats too. So pretty pleased with how that went. I'm actually thinking about getting straps because my grip strength is starting to become my limiting factor on a lot of my pulls, like Meadows rows and low rows and pull downs, and it's like, that kind of sucks. Big Red, don't watch the debate. Look, Joe Biden is very clearly physically incompetent. His mind is not sharp enough to do the most stressful job on earth, and he's 82 years old. But if you thought Joe Biden was too old in 2020, which he was, Donald Trump is now too old in 2024. They've both now had 4 years of experience in the world's most stressful job, which is equivalent to getting aged 10 years. They're both too old. It's that simple. Biden is too old. Trump is too old. RFK is a nutcase and he's against nuclear power, so I'm not voting for him. Right now, and it's not a full endorsement, right now I'm looking pretty heavy at Chase Oliver because at least he's young and can speak in coherent sentences. I'm not necessarily a libertarian, but I don't see a better candidate at the moment. But BullMuscle, that's throwing your vote away. What do you care? I live in a blue state. Hawaii is going to go for Biden no matter what I do. So I might as well vote my conscience. All right. Has your financial independence timer changed since the move? God's blanky, it hasn't. So, in truth, I am financially independent now. However, if I were to go the financial independence route, I would not be able to stay in Hawaii. I took this job because I was interested in it, not necessarily because I needed the money. But the amount of money you need to be financially independent in Hawaii is higher, predictably, than it is in much of the rest of the continental United States. So I'm working here because I like it, because it's fun, and you know, it doesn't hurt that I'm getting paid pretty good to do it. I mean, hell, 2 days ago, I got to go on a fucking aircraft carrier and check it out, like, because of RIMPAC. As an engineer out there, you know, there's good reason for me to go out and see it. It's really cool. RIMPAC, by the way, is happening right now. If you're into boats or, you know, marine vessels, it's a really cool event, and I'm in the heart of it, obviously. So that's more or less where I'm at with financial independence. If I wanted to go FI tomorrow, I could do it, return back to the mainland, and just do whatever I wanted. I could return to my house in South Carolina. I could go van lifing. I could do whatever. But I just got here, and I'm loving life so far. So, you know, and again, I'm getting paid pretty good money to live in paradise. So what age would I need to be at if I wanted to retire and be FI out here? I think it's probably somewhere around the 33 to 35 range right now. It'd probably need to be between 3 to 6 years, just because the cost of living is really high. But I could optimize that over time. Probably get that down to, you know, 32, 33 years old. Will I do it? We'll see. I don't know. I'm in a red state. The Trump cult is strong here. Oh, yeah. Kentucky was never going to go... blue. I don't think Kentucky's quite as red as some other states, but look, it's coal country. They're going to go for Trump. It is what it is. The lats are peeking out a little. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've really been working hard on them, so that means a lot, actually. Speaking Big Red, I need you and Boar to talk, because Boar just moved to Kentucky. Y'all need to talk, because I think y'all would be really good friends. Mikey, can you go on my server and ping Boar? I think his name is I Fell Off in Burlington on there, because I might have changed it. And tell him to show up to the stream. Hopefully he's not busy, because I would love him to talk to you, Big Red, because y'all could be good friends. Okay. So physical goals, 20 out of 23. If I'm not mistaken, that's a success rate of around 85%. Pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, it's a little bit higher. I think like 86. Yeah, no, I called him I Fell Off in Burlington because for the sock puppets game. You know what? Actually, I gotta put this lid on. For the sock puppets game, Bor and I actually met up and we went and watched Tree and 5 Points and all the rest of them. By the way, shout out 5 Points. He gave me this flag. My boy 5 Points vids on YouTube. But we watched a baseball game. We hung out and we got lost walking to the stadium in Burlington, North Carolina. And so the joke is like we'll always say back and forth. Like I'll be like, "Oh, you fell off in Burlington," and he'll be like, "You fell off too." And it's just we make that joke. I like Bor. He's a good guy. Thanks, Mikey. So physically, doing pretty well. 20 out of 23. Someone do the percentage on that. I think it's around 86. So career, only 4 goals this year because they were big ones. The first was move to a new job. I'd call that a success. Establish the position of fuck you at the new job. In other words, become very difficult to mess with. Get the position of power in my new job. Haven't done this yet, so I would say 1 for 2. But I'm new. Of course I wouldn't have done it yet. That's going to take time. Number 3, lockdown 401k at my old job. Success. Managed to do this. And I got PTO secured for an April 1st exit date, which is what I did. 86.9%. Bor is hilarious. I really like him. I hope he shows up. And then number 4, take a break between the 2 jobs. I managed to do that 7 weeks. So 3 for 4 on that so far. So that puts us at, didn't they mail you my check? No, that was, actually, yeah. No, that was the 401k. It was a massive pain in the ass. Definitely, it was. So that puts us at, what is that, 3 for 4, so that's 23 out of 27. I think that's still over 80%. All right, financial. There are 3 net worth goals, all of which I have passed, thanks to S&P 500. Money printer go burr. They did mail my check, but that was annoying. So that's successful. Number 4, it keeps savings rate above 60%. I'm not sure whether or not we'll get this one. It's about on the fence. Right now I'd say we are, but it's going to take continued discipline, especially in this very high cost of living part of the country, to manage to do that for the rest of the year. So I would say right now 4 for 4 on that. Gross income, more than 90,000. I believe we're on track for that right now. If I remain employed, I think I'll get this. I knew I was going to get paid less this year than I got paid last year because I took 7 weeks without work, which is okay. I had more than enough money to be able to do that, obviously. All right. Independent brokerage being reallocated to at least 50% index funds. In other words, bogleheadedness. I have managed to successfully do that. Independent brokerage being more than 60% boglehead. Not quite gotten that far. We're just over 50% right now, so that's 6 out of 7. Alcohol spending, $0 on yourself. Only alcoholic gifts I can buy are for other people, or spending I can do is gifts for other people. Success so far. Eating out, less than $1,750 this year. Right now that's in theory still possible, but it's not looking good. Then the next one is a stretch goal, $1,250, which I think we've already lost on that one, so that's okay. And then charitable spending, 150% of 2023's amount. Not there yet, so I'm going to count it as a no right now, but we will probably get there. So that means we got out of 11 financial goals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 11. So we were 23 out of 27. Now we're 30 out of 38. Hey, Chili, good to see you. Welcome on in. Haven't seen you in a minute. Any update on Dodger? She's doing well. She found a new job. She is, this weekend, she's up in North Carolina, actually. She's, I think she's in Raleigh, I want to say. I don't know. I need to talk to her, actually. Then again, it's Sunday night. She's probably already going home. I was going to say she could have gone and hung out with Stella, but whatever. All right. Interpersonal. We've got 7 goals here. First one is interpersonally speaking. Keep investing in myself. Focus on self-improvement over dating. I have definitely done this so far. I mean, for God's sake, I'm a model now. Chili, yeah, I appreciate that. It was a gift from a friend. All right. Number 2, find new friends in the places I work at. Success. Number 3, maintain existing worthwhile friendships online. Success. Number 4, cut time spent on people who aren't worth the effort. I need to be better at this. So I'm going to go ahead and say no on that one. Number 5, hang out with as many old friends in real life as possible when traveling across the U.S. Success, and I got some new ones to boot out of it. So that's good. Number 6, spend at least one holiday with the family all year. Managed to do that. Actually, got to see all 3 of them in Washington in May, so that's a success. And number 7, call mom just to say hi at least once a month with no other ulterior motives. So far, success. So that's 6 out of 7. So that's 36 out of 45. Looking pretty good. All right. Finally, give a big middle finger to our old employer. Well, that's good. You talking about the town or the one in Myrtle? All right. Personal trips or personal goals. We're at 37 out of 45 right now. Number 1, no alcohol in 2024. Yeah, this goal in 3 different ways is appearing this year. When I said I wanted to commit to it, I wanted to fucking commit to it. Success so far. So that's 1 out of 8. Duolingo, complete Section 3 and half of Section 4 in Spanish. I'm in progress on this goal, but I don't think I'm moving fast enough to get there at the moment. So right now we're going to say no on that. Duolingo, complete Section 1 of Hawaiian. Yeah, I'm trying to learn a little bit of Olelo Hawaii because it's such a unique culture, and I don't want to be the standard ignorant Haole who just kind of shows up here and then never learns anything about how special a place this is. Sorry, Captain Arnev. So I'm working on that. So I am actually making pretty good progress on that. All right. So that's 2 for 3. Number 4, new artists listen to, at least 6. So far I'm at 5, and I'm already midway through the 6th one. The 6th one I'm working on right now. Actually, we'll talk about this for a moment. The first 5 I've listened to were Blue Oyster Cult, The Yardbirds, CG Cruz. Highly recommend him on Spotify, by the way. If you like a really good example of Texas red dirt country, go check out CG Cruz. He's really good on Spotify. Jefferson Airplane and Tail Gunner so far. And right now I'm working through Black Sabbath. In fact, let's take a quick detour real quick. Oh, the one in Myrtle. Good for you, man. That was bullshit. They fired her and didn't even tell her why. Like, I get firing without cause, but at least give some sort of hint. Like, I get that it's an at-will employment state, but that's still just being a dick. The rest of our pineapple in here. Get some of that delicious, nutritious vitamin C and sugar, because it tastes really nice. Sugar's okay. If it's got fiber too, sugar's not nearly as bad for you as people say. God, even the canned pineapple out here tastes so much better than it is on the mainland. All right. So we're 3 for 4 on the personal goals. Number 5, new books read, at least 5. Boy, have I blown this one out of the water. So far, I might have already doubled that. Lee Iacocca's biography, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, Christopher West's Love is Patient But I'm Not, Chris Stefanik's The Search, Josh McDowell's More Than a Carpenter, Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin, Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by John Bogle, Boglehead's Guide to Investing by Taylor Larimore, Building Wealth with Dividend Stocks, Joseph Teague, and I'm already about halfway through The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand, and I am most of the way through The Worldly Philosophers by Robert Heilbronner. I've also picked up yesterday How I Became Stupid by Martin Page, the Tightwad Gazette 2nd edition by Amy Daxkin, and a book I've been waiting to read for a long time, Walden by Henry David Thoreau. So lots and lots of great reading materials that I am still going through, but I've demolished that goal and then some. Frankly, I probably should have set a stretch goal on that, but either way, you listen to Starship, more power to you. God, no. Ugh. I don't like Starship. Jefferson Starship was okay, but like 80s Starship, hard pass. Jefferson Airplane was more what I liked. It was more, that was sort of that creative 60s psychedelia type deal. Like if you want to hear peak 1967 Summer of Love San Francisco vibes, I think you will never do better than After Bathing at Baxter's. I mean, literally, Bathing at Baxter's was slang for LSD from the group. Like that's what it was. Discord servers active in less than 3. I have done this. I've cut it all the way down to 3, less than or equal to 3. I will probably cut out 1 or 2 more. I may just legit make my server the only one I'm in. So that's a success. Take at least 2 vacations for myself this year, and that's a success so far. Did the Big Island, did Oahu. The second week of being here, I planned it out so that way, I had like the week of my birthday, I wasn't working yet, I wasn't employed, I was just hanging out, having fun. And the road trip, definitely a vacation, not just a move. Final one, Twitch, 2,000 followers. This is the only goal on my list of, 53 goals. 53 goals, people. This is the only one where I can't fully control it. We are at 1,995 followers. I'm going to go ahead and say we'll get there by the end of the year. Really, really hoping we do. It'd be really annoying to not see any new followers from here to the end of the year. So, help me get a higher goal score. Alright? So we're going to go ahead and count that one. While it's not locked in stone, I would be shocked if I didn't get 5 more followers by year's end. So, of the 8 goals for personal, that gives us a score of 7. Wow, that's actually really good. So, we add that to our total. We were 36 out of 45. So that'll be 53 total. And right now, only at halfway, we have already gotten 43 out of 53. I believe that's something around the range of 82 to 83%, which is by far and away the most successful I have ever been. Last year was the most successful so far, with a total of 32 out of 43 for 74.4%, and we are crushing that right now. People, what that means is 2024 so far has been every bit the year I thought it would be. An absolute revolution in terms of positive development and growth for myself. I'm only motivated to continue making my stock rise, as y'all should be for your own lives. That's what it's about. It's about that self-improvement. It's about that grind. Embrace the grind set, yo. I know that sounds so cringe, but it's legit. It's real. The grind is legit, man. I'm telling you. Do you think it's possible for U.S. engineers to revert their highways into canals again like the Dutch did? All of them? No. No. Dude, like, imagine highways going through the Rocky Mountains. How in the hell would you turn that into a canal? Like, think about how many locks you would need. You live in New York too much, man. Ooh. Big Red, do you have a copy of Steve Dangle's audiobook? I've heard that's a really good read. Because that's one where I would want the audiobook because it's Steve narrating it himself. And, I mean, that is a traumatized fan right there. Look, that's coming from a Texas A&M fan. I've seen my fair share of disappointment. But the Leafs are on another level. The Leafs are hockey's biggest meme. So, all right, let's talk about the modeling. Actually, I think my director just sent me a text, speaking of. Modeling is going pretty well so far. We've got, let's see here, call you in 20 minutes. All right. When you're coming by. He's going to come by to see the place, so I'm pretty excited about that. So for modeling, here's where we're at so far. I've already done 3 or 4 shoots. I've got a couple more planned through July and August. July I'm really excited about because we got a lot of stuff to do regarding Hawaii Bicycling League. There's a couple really big bike rides we're going to do. In fact, the next one coming up, I will be there, is going to be it's going to be a ride to Salt at Kaka'ako, and it's going to be just kind of like a Pauhana after day work, just kind of get together. We're going to be chilling. We're going to be, getting some, I think there's a doner kebab place down there, so I'm going to probably get me some doner. It's going to be a good time. Through August, I've got a runway shoot. Actually, my first runway show will be August 3rd. That's going to be down in Honolulu. So if you're around, you can come hang out. I have to get in shape, in the peak shape by then, obviously. And then September, I believe right now, it's not set in stone yet, but mid to late September, they're talking about getting me out to the Philippines for a clothes deal. I believe I'm going to ask him what the company name is. There we go. I think it's something. It's called like JL Jeans or something. But I've already got a couple pieces of clothing that are. It's like fashion designer kind of clothing that they want me to wear on the shoot. It looks fabulous. I'm not much for high fashion, but it's very floral. It's very Hawaii. The problem I have with it really is just that one of them's a hoodie, and it's like, what am I gonna do with this? It doesn't get cold enough to warrant wearing a hoodie here. It's like, am I going to wear it when I'm sick? Like it's like 84 degrees outside. And it's always 84 degrees outside. Like it doesn't really change. It's just warm. It's Hawaii. But yes, I'm enjoying it immensely so far. Hey, Zid! Good to see you. Oh, from Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking of the tropics, all right, one tropical place to another then. Aloha. Yeah, my apartment's coming along well. I need to cook tonight. I'm gonna make a big pot of Mexican. I got some cumin and a couple other Mexican seasonings, so I'm gonna do beans, rice, some salsa, chop up some veggies. Should be pretty good. I gotta use some choice sum up though, so I might stir fry that with some chicken tonight, and then have the beans and rice as like my big meal of the week, and I'm gonna just portion it out. Dude, if I get on the cover of Vogue, it's not gonna matter. Like, that's the thing. I'm not doing, like, I don't care if I'm famous. Like, out here, nobody gives a shit, dude. Like, if I was in New York or LA, it might be a problem, but why would I ever want to go and spend time in those places? Actually, modeling director did say I might end up going to New York for a show at some point, but meh. West Coasters don't. Yeah, dude. I went through LA like a month ago. Actually, a little bit more than a month ago. 2 months ago. I was in LA 2 months ago. I'm in an even warmer climate than LA. The only continental equivalent to the climate here is maybe Miami. Maybe. Like the lows here are routinely 75, so it's nice forever, always, because it's Hawaii. I am eating. No, this wasn't full when I opened it up. It was about halfway full. I threw in oats. No, I don't go with granola. Granola is expensive and bad for you. I just went with basic rolled oats because they're incredibly cheap and they're pretty good for you in terms of macronutritional profile. Lots of fiber, good complex carbs that fill you up. I threw in a can of pineapple because pineapple is fucking awesome. And then a couple scoops of peanut butter because I like peanut butter. It's not necessarily great for me on a macro perspective, but this is so packed full of protein. It's non-fat Greek yogurt, and it doesn't matter. Honestly, these Costco brand tubs of yogurt are a lifeblood kind of source for me. I'm probably going to start getting them delivered, which even though it makes each one more expensive, it's just the macros are so off the chart good. This has the container without anything else added in it, 800 calories and 144 grams of protein. It's so fucking OP. Like, I also just love the way it tastes. You can mix honey in there. You can mix vegetables in there. You can make tzatziki sauce out of it. It's so good. Love it, love it, love it, love it. By the way, Costco delivers to my place, which is even better because that means if I want to buy perishable goods, I don't even have to wait on someone else to go down there for, like, carpooling. I can just get it delivered. Oh no, it's slightly more expensive than the already ridiculous prices out here. But, like, compared to the cost of owning a car, it's peanuts, baby. I can get bougie whatever the fuck I want groceries delivered to me, and it's still cheaper than owning a car. Dude, the cost of car ownership out here are insane, and yet people... Okay, not to dunk on Hawaii too much here, but I find it really funny that the people, especially on this island, that are all like, oh, respect the Aina, be super pro-environment, are the same people that drive around in Tacomas and 4Runners, and I'm like, bro, what you doing, man? You sitting there telling me to respect the environment when I'm the one riding a bike everywhere, and you're the one relying on imported gasoline to get everywhere. What you doing, man? Have you tried oats overnight? No, because I just make my own. That's much cheaper. Get the big bag of oats. So, here, I'll show you guys. This is a 10-pound sack of oats. This is what I'm talking about. This bad boy will keep you going for a long time. In this bag is, let's see, 150 calories is a serving of oats, and this has 113 servings in it. So it's somewhere around the ballpark of 17,000 calories in this bag. That's a good sign. That means you can use a shit ton of it, and it's dirt cheap. For 17,000 calories, this is something like $10. So if you only had to live off of this and water, 17,000 calories is, what is that? That would be 3,000 calories a day, pretty much a week's worth of food for $10. Now, obviously, you don't want to just eat oats and water. That's basically gruel, and that's what people in, Dickensian 1800s London did. But the point remains is that basic staples like rice, oats, and beans, even in the most expensive place in the world for food here, are still pretty reasonable if you get them in bulk. No carbon footprint. I would say a minimal carbon footprint because it is an electric bike, so I do have to draw a tiny bit of electricity. It's like the whole battery is like 1 kilowatt hour, and I still get 40 to 50 miles minimum off of it. So realistically, it's like dropping the bucket compared to an electric car, which is like 60 kilowatt hours. But technically, if you want to be a pedant. Oh yeah, I've heard of Mastodon. Right now I'm going through Black Sabbath. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. My most recent album I've listened to, Sabotage, 1975, Black Sabbath's 6th album. In my opinion, their best so far. I haven't listened to Technical Ecstasy or any of the more recent ones. But, oh my god, dude. The first half of the album, you start with Hole in the Sky, which is absolute, peak insanity levels of mid-70s Ozzy screaming. Just that howl that Ozzy could do, the only way he knew how. You get a really nice interlude. I forget what the name is of the second track, but it's just this nice little short interlude from Tony Iommi, and it's just this nice little soft piece. And then it dives straight into Symptom of the Universe, which is like this hard driving rock song that's powered by some terrific drumming and then some really, really great guitar work in Symptom of the Universe. But then, oh my god, the best Black Sabbath song I've ever heard so far, Megalomania. This is a 9-minute and 42-second epic that has all the great pieces of a Black Sabbath song. A softer start, that huge build up towards the end, the incredible vocals of peak Ozzy, the guitar work, the bass work, the drumming. There's even good piano work in there, for God's sake. It's incredible. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, highly recommend. Go and listen to Megalomania by Black Sabbath. That album is that song is incredible. Then you flip it over and you go to Thrill of It All, which is probably another one of my favorite tracks. Same sort of thing. Starts off a little bit on a slower tempo and then it picks up. And it's what I love about Thrill of It All is, it's about living the crazy life of a rock star, and it's honest about what it is. You've got I forget what the next song is. It's Super Tsar. So Super Tsar, it's got it's like an almost orchestral piece that's got like a choir in it. This is Black Sabbath. You've just finished listening to Thrill of It All. Super guitar driven song, real nice and heavy, and then it goes to that, and it's fantastic. It's great. Then you move on to If I'm Crazy Radio. That weirdly was the only single. Frankly, I think that was one of the weaker tracks on the album. And then you go to The Rip, which is a scathing rebuke of all the people who were sabotaging, this is where it came from, the band. They called this album Sabotage because the record company was basically trying to sue Black Sabbath into oblivion, basically because they're greedy sons of bitches. And Black Sabbath wasn't, like, this is peak Sabbath, okay? They just released, Master Reality, Volume 4, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, and they were still not making any money because the record companies were basically, weaseling their ways out of it. Same thing with the manager, who screwed them over as well. So Sabotage was written in that very, like, they were getting, legal letters while recording. They were just pissing them off. So It's from that background that you get a song like "Hole in the Sky" or you get a song like "The Rip," which is it's pissed off Black Sabbath, and it's so good. So, Sabotage. Honestly, what's funny too is Sabotage is even more accurate because the cover is one of the worst in rock and roll history, and the reason it was the worst is because they were told by the record company to just show up in whatever clothes, and they were all going to be given outfits for the shoot. And then the record company failed to provide the outfits. So they just shot it in whatever clothes they showed up with, which is why they look terrible in that. Like, the cover for Sabotage is awful. It's, again, one of rock and roll's worst. But the album, one of rock and roll's best. I hesitate to give it the perfect 10 out of 10, but boy, it's a 9.5. It might be a full-on 10. It's every bit as good as Led Zeppelin 4, or Machine Head, or it might just be or Appetite for Destruction. It might just be on that Dark Side of the Moon, Close to the Edge, Days of Future Past level for me. That truly top of the top tier. You know what? That's what I need to do. I need to listen to Sabotage and 5150 and decide which one I like more. 5150 by Van Halen. So, really, really great. Making your own oats overnight is so much work. I love how, dude, Niam, I don't get you. I love how you're talking about how you've done modeling work before, which is a lot of effort. How you've got all these other plans, but you're too lazy to make overnight oats. Bruh, something ain't adding up. Honestly, I feel like, no offense, bro, I feel like you're a bullshit artist. You can't fucking tell me, dude, overnight oats, literally take a bowl, fill the bowl with milk, put oats in the bowl, put it in the fridge, and then wake up. It's like 30 seconds. Like, you wake up in the morning, it's ready. It's like I actually don't think there is a meal that constitutes less effort. Fucking making a Pop-Tart takes more time. How on earth, how is that even possible? How can you be too lazy to make overnight oats? Like, fucking ramen takes more effort, dude. You pour the you pour the milk in to the bowl. You fill the bowl of milk with oats. You let the oats sit. You add whatever else you want in the morning. Easy. Raisins or peanut butter or whatever else. The oats get nice. They soak up all the milk, and by the time you get there in the morning, they're nice and good. They taste good. Well, that's how I learned to make them. I mean, I like it. Maybe I'm just not very picky. Yeah, Mikey, I know someone's just going to make a clip of that. Someone's going to do it. I pour the milk. I mean, still, we're splitting hairs, dude. I've seen some of the stuff you claim to do, and that's a whole lot more work than making overnight oats. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that you want to do all this high-level stuff and then tell me you're too lazy to make overnight oats. That'd be like saying you want to be a professional baseball player who hits home runs, like a pinch hitter or a designated hitter who's really good at just whacking 400-foot dingers, but walking to first base if they don't pitch to you is too much work. I've also found a lot of things in life can be explained very nicely by a baseball metaphor. It's a great game. I do love baseball. But yeah, so pretty happy with the goals so far. We're already, what was that? What did you say? It was 43 out of 53, I believe. I mean, you can pour the oats first. You can pour the milk first. It doesn't matter because it's going in the fridge overnight. Ooh, it's Leo. I'm going to smith this. And then I'm going to... Yeah, alright. We'll help him with the graves. We'll store these in the mausoleum. There we go. 81%, yeah. So we're literally, it's halftime. So we're 50% of the way through the year, and I've already achieved 81% of my goals. I would say that's a dub right there. That's a big W. Maybe it's the result of TikTok brain, but I like basketball. I mean, don't get TikTok brain, but I don't think basketball and TikTok have anything to necessarily do with each other. Like that, I don't, because basketball was a thing before TikTok. All right, so that's the Potter. The Potter goes here. That's the Baker. The Baker goes here. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of NBA just because I think it's not very high quality basketball. I'd much rather watch college. Or frankly, I think women's basketball is a better form of the game. It's a more pure form of the game than men's basketball is. Now, I wouldn't watch either, but if you told me to watch men's or women's basketball, I'm more inclined to pick women's these days. Alright, so who do we got here? We got the Minor. So the Minor goes here. Oh, shoot. Hang on one second. Give me one moment. I got a call. All right, well, that sounds good, man. All right, sounds good, man. Just, cool. Just drop me a text whenever you're coming my way and text me the name of that company. It's either 53 or 54. Yeah, I think 53 and 54 go right by there. Yep. Cool. Sounds good, man. Peace. Sorry about that. Oh, we got a genie lamp. Cool. All right. Y'all, I'm going to go use the bathroom. In the meantime, I want y'all to decide what skill we use this lamp to advance our stats with. Give me just one moment. I'm going to go put the oats back, too. that. It's fancy in a pea. What, the, you talking about the futon or this chair here? Yeah, I got this used for free. So it's pretty nice. It's from Denmark, I think. Actually, this desk is Danish furniture as well. So I guess the Danes do lots of furniture. Let's see, result of baseball or American football, it's too slow and boring. Baseball is not a sport that's meant for television. See, that's the trouble. Baseball is a sport that's perfect for the radio. With baseball, you can probably have an idea of what any given play looks like. As a result, it's nice to listen to it. You can just kind of relax, and you could do something, have the ball game on in the background on the radio, but you don't need to be watching it. It's perfect, actually, for that precise reason. The ball game is just, that's one thing I love about baseball. American football, yeah, I agree. American football is kind of boring to watch and to listen to. It's too slow. There's way too many ads. I think baseball is better. I'm a sucker for baseball. I just think it's great. Show us your skill stats. Okay, so what we've got here. So we've got, I'm gonna zoom this in. All right, so we've got attack, strength, defense, ranged, prayer, magic, rune crafting, hit points, mining, smithing, fishing, cooking, fire making, and wood cutting. Those are our options. I'm not a member right now because I just haven't had enough time to justify spending money or even in-game money on a membership. I've been kind of busy, doing things with, modeling in my whole life. So, I agree football games are better in person. But even then, it's a lot of standing around. It's football games anymore, and it's just gotten so much worse in recent years. But anymore, football games are basically giant orgies of commercialism. Like, even more they already happen. Like, the whole purpose, like the Super Bowl. There are people who just watch the Super Bowl for commercials. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you deliberately subjecting yourself to advertisements paid to convince you to buy crap you don't need for entertainment? This is a sign of my food waste philosophy. I filled that up with water to make sure I got everything out. Get all the bits. I do love rugby. Cool. Big Red. Good to know. So, what skill should we upgrade there, Yummy? You're the one who asked, so I'm gonna. Yummy. You're the one who gets to decide. What do we upgrade our skill with? Buying crap you don't need is one of the core principles of capitalism. It doesn't have to be. Benjamin Franklin himself, one of the OG capitalists, talked about the value of thrift, industry, and frugality. Conspicuous consumption has really only been a part of modern capitalism since maybe 1950 or so, maybe the end of the Second World War, which has a lot to do with the embrace of Keynesian economic theory, but that's a different question entirely. Hit points unless you don't combat enough. I really don't. I usually go for skills. Runecrafting and prayer are the ones I gravitate to because they're the slowest to level up. But if you want, the thing with hit points is that hit points increases no matter what combat you do. So if you really want me to do hit points, I'll do hit points. That kind of feels like a waste. I'd go with, I was going to go with either runecrafting or prayer, but I'd probably go to runecrafting if otherwise. But no, if you want me to do hit points, I'll do hit points. Use it something more useful. All right, we'll do prayer then. Prayer it is. 470 prayer XP. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Yummy. OSR. Oh yeah. Well, we were talking about. Look, man, we were talking about upgrading the skill tree. Sue me. But yeah, football games are you're fine. It's just I don't know. There's something. There's a point to me. I guess where I go with this is that advertising requires expenditures, right? So advertising works. It has to. Advertising would not be a multi-billion-dollar industry if it didn't work. Because of that, what you're doing with advertisements, right, is you're spending money to show people your product. Now, there are loads of reasons you would need to advertise your product. It might be because you're trying to break into a market, but in general, it carries a cost. And that cost of advertising, by default, has to be baked into the cost of whatever you're selling. So, what does this mean? Well, what it means is that if you are seeing a product that is heavily advertised, that means a lot of the underlying value has already been eaten away. They have to charge more than that product is worth to make up for those advertising costs. So in general, right, you never see ads for like bags of rice. You never see ads for, dried beans. Why is this? Well, because people know what it is. Like you can't gussy it up. You can't bullshit people on it. People want value for their dollar, and because of that, the more advertising you try to spend, nobody's going to buy it based on an ad. People are going to go for what's the most economically efficient. So for me, the more something gets advertised to me, the less I am inclined to buy it in general. Not to say advertising doesn't work on me. Sometimes it does. And the key is, knowing yourself well enough psychologically to be able to defend against that, because it's definitely a lot of psychologically, let's go with suspect actions advertisers try and use to get you to buy their product. Hell, what's wild is you can go back to the 50s and see some of the commercials they went with back then. And you see really how far down deep that rabbit hole goes, but you're not you and you're hungry. So there you go, exactly. Snickers, yeah. I mean, Snickers is, I will say, I like Snickers as a candy bar just because it tastes really good. But for the amount of money you'd have to pay to buy one, I can get a protein bar, and I'm going to do that pretty much 10 times out of 10. Very few protein bars are advertised. Why is that? Well, it's because when most people buy protein bars, they're looking at how much protein per calorie are you getting, or at least that's what they should be looking for. So, I treat protein bars like candy bars. I have a little stock of them, and to me, that's my treat. I do have actually some Filipino butter cookies. Quest bars are pretty nice. Is Fred and Barney, smoking a Winston? Exactly. Like hell, that's the wild thing and the rather pernicious thing about television is that in the 50s, like straight up, cigarette companies and all other sorts of companies were the ones sponsoring all the programming on television. So it's programming is what it really is. Why would you want to pay money in terms of a cable subscription or pay to watch, or your time, God, if you value your time at any value at all, why would you pay money to be advertised to? That's insane. Hey, Boar Burlington, good to see you. Boar, the man who did not fall off, actually. He did fall off in North Carolina, but he has since moved to Kentucky and has not fallen off since. Very, very proud. Boar, okay, you and Big Red Fro need to talk. That's why I wanted you here. Big Red Fro is a native of the Bluegrass State, and I think he's probably got a lot of really good stuff to talk to you about. So I'm super happy that you're here, man. It's, our good friend Boar, not going to dox you, but his real name is Mickey. We all know this. Hey, JJ, good to see you. But, you and Big Red, I feel like y'all should get to know each other because he knows the area pretty well. He might be able to get you plugged in to see what is to be seen around up in there. Yeah, like Boar, that's what I've been. Dude, it's been weeks. I've legit been trying to get you back on my channel because Big Red doesn't do Discord for whatever reason, so I couldn't link you up with him there. So this is your chance. Your pronouns are fell off in Burlington. Hey, bro. Look familiar? Check it out. Yeah, let's go. JJ, I appreciate that, man. Always good to see you in here. Yet. That's true, yet. Bore early to switch, yeah. Yeah, dude, it's not the sock puppets hat, it's the melon heads. But like, you know, they were playing the sock puppets. Yeah, 5 gave me one, dude. Check it out. 5 is awesome, and he gave me this. Yeah, look at that, bruh. Shit's so fucking sick. But yeah, it is the sock puppets hat. Or rather, the hat from the Sock Puppets games. Pour. That's pretty good. We need to calculate the macros on what we just ate. Bor, we're going to do one of your favorite things. We're actually going to figure out the ratio of the macros here. I know. Dude, tell you what, man, I have been reading a lot of investing books. There are mad ratios in investing. I'm sure you'd be very interested. All right, first we had our protein. 240 calories, 48 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs. Pretty good. And we had our yogurt. It was a little bit more than half the container, so we're going to go with 500 calories. 18 times 5, 90 grams of protein. No fat, and 35 grams of carbs. We're going to go with our peanut butter, oats, and pineapple, which was, let's see, the pineapple is about 360 calories. That's a lot, but it was a lot of pineapple. The oats are about 150, so that's 510, and the peanut butter was about 380, so 380 plus 510. We'll round up. We'll say it's 900 calories. Fuck, that's a lot, actually. That's all right. That's all right. We're still in a deficit for today. It's we had a good workout earlier. So if you go, how much protein? None in the pineapple, obviously. Let's see, 5 grams from the oats, and then 16 from the peanut butter. No, 14 from the peanut butter, excuse me. And then fat, let's see, none from the pineapple again. 32 from the peanut butter and 3 from the oats. So that's 35. And then we can do the math on the carbs. So 900 drop. So 35 times 9 is 270 plus half over again is 315. Subtract that from 900. It's 585 minus 14 times 4. 14 times 4 is 256. So that's 535. 529 divided by 4 is 132 grams of carbs. Once you get good at math, it's easy. Let's see. Fax emoji. Appreciate that. Yeah, dude, the lats be looking good, bro. The lats do be looking fire. I've also been learning how to stretch them properly and spread them so they actually look big, as opposed to not just being, slabs of meat that I can't show. So let's see here. We got, hell yeah, we got. You like the which flag are you talking about? The the 5 points flag. I also have the America flag, the Tom Wilson flag, which is good for trolling people, and one of my personal favorites, the Bobby Hill. That's my I don't know you Gadsden flag. Now the Gadsden flag is not just a Second Amendment flag. I don't know if y'all know this, but the Gadsden flag really, which is known as the "Don't Tread on Me" or "No Step on Sneck" if you're a shit poster. flag, it's about freedom. It's a Revolutionary War era flag that is against oppressive monarchy or oppressive rule whatsoever. I'm a big fan of that in general. Oh, we're so impressed. Yeah, we're so impressed by your EcoBoost Mustang that you put a fucking fart can on. God, that's annoying. No, as far as the concept behind the flag, I really like. I'm a huge fan of the Gadsden flag. It's got a ton of really great history. It's actually invented by a South Carolinian, so highly based. Also, in general, there are a lot of libertarian principles I like, and the Gadsden flag is a symbol of libertarianism. One of them is the Second Amendment, which I strongly support. And that being said, I am also a really big fan of not taking myself too seriously. The way I do that is with the "that's my purse, I don't know you" flag. So that's what that flag means to me. They have that. Yeah, unfortunately, there are a fair amount of dipshits with fart can Civics usually. Mustangs are a little bit less common, but there just happens to be one here that's really obnoxious. It's just really, it's annoying at like 10 or 11 at night, just having to deal with that bullshit. What are you gonna do though? It's not the end of the world. Let's see. Oh, you got the Canes fan. Yeah, Carolina is gonna have a rough couple of years for hockey. Capitals, we got Tristan Thompson. That's something. I'm not convinced. Oh shit, we got level 103 in smithing. Let's freaking go. It's synthetic levels. It's beyond a certain amount. I think we're gonna switch this up. We're gonna go fishing for a little while. We're still gonna. I'm really liking this format where we're playing RuneScape and we're talking. Just need to get the angle of my seat right, so that way, like, y'all can see me and y'all can see the screen. So we're still ironing out the kinks on that one. Let's go ahead and grab some feathers and a fly fishing rod, and let's go fishing. There we go. Turn the clan on, turn all on. Nice. Must be. It is really annoying at night. Honestly, there's only a couple of things I really don't like about my. Geez, these spots are overfished. Like, people just will fish, cook, and then drop here. That always kind of bothered me, but whatever. Thankfully, overfishing is not really a thing in RuneScape, so appreciate that. Thanks. A lot of people really dig this hat, so I'm gonna start wearing it more on stream, I think. I mean, I just got a haircut. I like it, so it doesn't really matter either way. But as for what's at night, so the cars are really annoying, and then the cars are really annoying, and then in the morning, it works out well on weekdays, and on weekends I've just realized put earplugs in. But I'm right at, like, I'm a couple floors up, so I'm like right at treetop level. So the birds are, it's tropical birds. It's Hawaii, right? So the birds are unbelievably loud and obnoxious. So that kind of sucks. No, I do like my haircut. I just gave it to myself, but it's just, I don't know. I felt like wearing a hat, and everybody keeps giving me compliments on it, so I'm gonna start wearing it more. I've got a couple other hats, but this is the cool one, I think. I've got an A&M hat, which I'm not wearing right now. I've got a Caps hat, which is cool, I guess. I used to have a Red Bull hat that actually looks really good, but I don't really feel like advertising. It's against the concept of this stream. Plus, Red Bull's kind of meh anyway. One thing I have been getting into here, in terms of the occasional caffeine fix, is a nice strong cup of Japanese roasted tea. One thing I love about living in Hawaii is, while food is extremely expensive here, The quality and quantity of Japanese items and imports is fantastic. There is JDM everything. Like, seriously. You can get all the rare Japanese Kit Kats, you can get Japanese tea, Japanese snacks, you can get nori, you can get whatever you can think of. Nope. And we've got enough fish, so... So yeah, a lot of cool stuff, but one of the things I've always loved about most East Asian countries in general, because the Chinese do this as well, and the Koreans do as well, as tea. Tea is a big deal in Japan and China, and they know how to make really good stuff. Although most of the really good tea is grown, I believe, in India. Oh, got a reply from my neighbor, or from my tenant. Hang on a sec. There we go. So, yeah, I've been using tea as my caffeinated beverage of choice. I'm so surprised. You know what we're going to do? We're going to switch to a skill-based world. A world for issues of a skill variety. Run energy. So we go 750 skill total. That looks nice. Only 46 players, and it's an Australian server. This should be good. Oh, for God's sake, even here? Oh, well, it's a lot less crowded. I'll take it. Ah, there we go. Fishing. That's one thing I really like about RuneScape in particular, is like I can do something AFK and spend most of my time talking in chat. I have been to H Mart. Dude, H Mart is good. I think I might like Don Quixote better. H Mart is Korean, Don Quixote is Japanese. That's nothing against Korean markets, but there's a local Korean market in Pearl City that I think I like better than H Mart. I think it's got better stuff and better prices. But yeah, that's the other thing. You're talking about not so nice areas, Florence Mall and Skyline. I'm guessing that's related to Kentucky there. But with regarding, let's see here. Regarding places to stay away from here, there really is no hood in this area. Kalihi and I guess Kalihi, Waianae, and Waimanalo aren't great, but like even then they're not that bad. Oh shit, it's raining quite badly at my place. Gutters really need to be cleaned out. Yeah, I mean, I would, what do you, my tenant's asking me, is like, bro, do you have a ladder anywhere? I gotta clean the gutters. And I'm like, yeah, I just always use the ladder my neighbor's had. If he wants to get a ladder, he can get it himself. I don't know, I always just borrowed my neighbor's ladder instead of got my own, because that's a whole lot cheaper, and I always liked hanging out with my neighbors anyway back there, so. Didn't really need a ladder for anything else. Alright, so we've got some nice raw trout. We'll go ahead and cook it too. Train fishing and cooking a little bit. Fishing level's too low. I need to boost that to at least 50. God, Skyline chili is trash. Boar, you're an intelligent man. Don't eat it. And definitely don't eat Gold Star. The nice thing for you, Boar, is that because I-75 actually has a Buc-ee's, you can stop there and get, you know, actually good food. Although, Big Red, I want you need to introduce Boar to the world of burgoo. You know? So yeah, dude, the food is so good here. Dude, I mean shit, I was down in Waikiki hanging out with my modeling director yesterday. We went and got a burger that honestly was mid. The food in Waikiki is so overrated. Like, it's, if you ever come out here, don't spend time and, like, okay, you know, spend as little time as you can in Waikiki. It's just, I would not recommend it. It's kind of artificial, and it's overpriced. It's very convenient in terms of, like, you can get anything you need. If you just want to party on the beach, yeah, you can do Waikiki, but at that point, you might as well have just gone to Destin, Florida, you know, or Pensacola. Nothing wrong with Destin or Pensacola, by the way. Just, like, you didn't have to come all the way to Hawaii to do that. But to see all the other stuff, you know, but even in Waikiki, I was able to go to just a basic ABC store and get me some couple good Hawaiian energy bars, and that's, you want to talk about a guilty pleasure right there. Oh, love them. They're so good. Spam musubi, some good eating right there. Yeah. Burger was overpriced. Actually, I didn't get a burger. I got a Kahlua pork sandwich, which was basically Hawaiian equivalent to barbecued pork. It was fine. Nothing special. What is that noise? Oh, there's someone trying to start up a motorcycle and failing at it out there. Really nice thing about being here is being so close to a Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen is not a thing here. Have I been to the other side of the island yet? Have not been any further Eva side than Vaipahu, and I really want to change that, but I have not had the opportunity. Have not been further. I've been to the windward side a couple of times. I've been to Kaneohe. I've been to Kailua. Have not been to the North Shore, and I've not been to, like, Mililani or YPO or up near Haleiwa side. So I would like to change that, but haven't had the chance to go help them. No, I'm several stories up. Fuck that. This bothers me. People just dropping fish here. I don't know. I guess you can do it if you just want to train fishing for no obvious reason. Dairy Queen's not bad. I do miss Dairy. There are a few things. Actually, no, wait. There is one Dairy Queen on this island. It's in Waikiki. That's why I never go to it. But no, if you want ice cream, there used to be Bubby's, and apparently it's supposed to be really good, but they closed down. Shave ice is much more popular than ice cream here, which makes sense. There's a lot, like, right, anything dairy is a pain in the ass to get out here. I mean, hell, I use powdered milk for my dairy, with the exception of Costco yogurt, just because I fucking love it so much. Let's talk. Let's see if this guy says anything. Nah, he ain't saying shit. We'll do the emoji after him. Let's see. Shave ice when I was there. Oh yeah, melon flavor shave ice is fire. Actually, there is one thing you can get at the 7-Eleven in terms of ice cream that's fire. You can get Melonas, Melona popsicles, and they're like it's like the kind of, not quite an ice cream bar, not quite a popsicle. It's like a fudgesicle bar almost, but they're like different flavors. One's melon. My favorite is the ube one. Oh, it's so good. Oh, and then haupia. You want to talk about a great dessert? Oh, haupia is so tasty. I actually have some haupia mix right up there. Yeah, I'm gonna show it off. While you do that, I'm gonna do the emoji. Boom. Just casually flex the snipping cape. I'll show this off actually. So this is haupia. Haupia. Let's see. Have you tried a Japanese ube sandwich yet? I didn't realize they made ube sandwiches. Usually I've seen ube in desserts. My favorite thing so far has been ube haupia pie. Just like a butter graham cracker crust a layer of sweet potato pie, but it's ube, and then a layer of haupia. And this is what haupia is. Haupia is basically a Hawaiian coconut pudding. I know, it's very tasty. I really like it. Real simple, just, product of Hawaii. Good stuff, actually. Is it? Wait. Distributed by No Foods of Hawaii. Huh, it doesn't actually say what state it's made in, but either way. Then my modeling director came back from the Philippines. He got me a couple treats. These are Filipino butter cookies. They're really nice. They kind of melt away on your mouth. They're just, well, it's like shortbread almost. And then we got me these ube peanut bars. So ube is not actually Japanese as such. It's Okinawan and Filipino also lay claim to it. So I've not had it on milk bread. That sounds super good. But ube is just really popular over there in general. So, I'm gonna have one. This stuff is like, picture like a Chico stick or the inside of a Butterfinger, but with ube instead of just peanut. That's how I would describe this. Get one out here. This turned into a food and drink stream. I didn't intend it to be, but that's what's happened. So we got our little square of purple goodness. It is, as you can see, very purple. And you just open it up. It's like almost like a brittle kind of deal. Very crumbly, very flaky, very tasty. I guess this is our Halle Finds section of the stream. Actually, that's not even accurate, because I didn't find this. My modeling director just gave it to me. But those, what you just saw, like that, that's not Hawaiian, that's not Okinawan, that's Filipino. There are, that's one other thing. So Hawaii is very much a melting pot of different cultures, and one of the biggest influences culturally is Filipino. So there's a ton of Filipino stuff around here. I'm having one more of these. I shouldn't have too many though. They're not good for me. You need to go with milk. I need to make more. I emptied my pitcher of it. Like I finished it. I need to make more. I know, I like the ube ones the most. But I'm just a sucker for ube anything. Hey, alright, 46 fishing. Alright, let's see what this Japanese ube sandwich on milk bread. Okay, so this is going to be Zardo of Austria, Obra Maestra, at the Metropolitan Theater of Manila. It's an annual fashion show. That's going to be where I'm doing my show at. Let's see what we got here. Ube sandwich. By the way, check out the Discord if you want more of this content for your own. Oh, it's got little strawberries in it. On milk bread. That looks like a dessert, not... I was thinking sandwich like a lunch, like ube and, I don't know, vegetables, or ube and, you know, a piece of fish or meat. That looks delicious. Dude, I would love to try that. Hell, I think I could make that. All I need is the strawberries, and I'm sure milk bread is easy to make. I'm gonna have to have one more of these. I shouldn't, but boy, they're just... You know what? No, I'm gonna save these. I'm gonna bring them into work tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Ube is naturally sweet. It's normally served as a dessert. That's true. I mean, Albert Tivity, welcome on in. Yeah, typically it's Japanese sweet potato, or Okinawan sweet potato, or Filipino sweet potato, depending on who you talk to. But like, you could still, you know, if you were gonna make a sweet potato sandwich with a conventional American sweet potato, you'd still probably throw in more savory stuff with it. Well, maybe not. Have you ever find Halo Halo? Or Halo Halo? Haven't seen that so far. I like the ube malonas the most. Those are really tasty. Sweet potato salad's pretty good. So it's a dessert sandwich. I gotcha. Yeah, sweet potatoes and yams are not the same thing. That is an important distinction to be made there, for sure. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more fishing. I will probably not stream for a ton longer, though. I do have a couple other chores I need to get done today. I need to, let's see here. Need to do some reading. I don't need to do reading. I want to do some reading. I will do that at some point today. I need to call my mom. Have been trying to call her, and I've missed her a bunch of times right now. Need to finish swapping everything over to my new phone. That's been a pain in the ass, tell you what. Need to cancel my existing phone plan. Text all the people, all my contact numbers, let them know about my new phone. Need to continue updating my budget, the food comparator, update my password book, organize my bedroom, sweep and mop up the place, check the mail. That's about it. And then tomorrow I'm going down. Oh, I gotta go down. I gotta go down and hit the. I'm gonna go down and hit the DMV tomorrow, because that's been annoying. I've been trying to get that set up. I still haven't received my registration for my e-bike, and it's starting to piss me off at this point. Like, I've had it for 6 weeks. How far behind are y'all, really? So I may pop in. Really, what I just need them to do is update my address. So we'll do a little bit more fishing. Actually, we'll finish fishing. We'll cook, and then we'll go do some wood cutting. I haven't done any wood cutting in a while. It's the most AFK most AFK skill in RuneScape. It has been. We should actually look to see who else is live right now. Who have we got? Brotero, Radio Dead Air, Krulix, and Crash Override. Well, I guess we could raid Crash. We haven't really got anybody on his channel right now. I'd really like to get to 2,000. I would raid the Holder Hack, but the last time I went on there, he did not even shout me out. Like, he had no interest in looking at chat. And I kind of don't like that with streamers. Like, I get it, you're doing a podcast, but like, you need to pay attention to chat a little bit. That's kind of what the whole point of Twitch is to me. So, think the Highways Act command didn't work the way it should have there. That's interesting. So, Mikey, we may need to look into that. It looks like there's some sort of permissions thing that only admins can use that command for some reason. Yeah. Do you think you can change that, Mikey? Yeah, I think you should. Don't worry about the fact that we just, you know, added 2 to the counter, because real talk, like, there have been a couple you've missed, so it's probably a little bit more than that still. Appreciate that, Mikey. I don't really see anybody I want to raid. Hey, Boar, thank you very much for the follow, bro. We're 4 away now. We're at 1,996 followers. How about Get the Tables, the pro wrestling channel that does watch-alongs for Raw, SDAEW, and PPVs? All right. Yeah, we'll raid Get the Tables. Let me look them up real quick. Get the Tables. Doesn't look like they're live. I don't see them showing up as live there, Big Red. Is this U tree taken? Yeah, there are supposedly only 46 people on this world, and yet they're all doing fishing and woodcutting. They're mostly bots. I mean, I get it. I get why. Let's grab a... Where is it? Let's grab our axe. Instead of our stale baguette. And, oh, it's Get the Tables. Not Get. Call me Danny XD. Alright, I haven't done. Let's see. Get the Tables. Let's see that. Alright, yeah. Looks pretty good. Are you a regular over there, Big Red? Because I want to make sure you get your props for doing that, you know. Let's head over to the Grand Exchange. Let's see if we can go to the... I guarantee you there will be people over there, but whatever. Well, we'll see if there's someone we can get to. He's not doing fitness at the moment. That's all right. I mean, I'm not doing fitness at the moment. Speaking of, once I get a phone case, tripod, and a couple other things for this, should be able to do more on that front. Tony and Dave. All right. Well, then in that case... Yeah, let's do a little chopping. Let's go ahead and before we head off, is there anything else y'all want to discuss? Because I don't think I'll be able to stream again until next week. So this would be the time. Oh, hang on. Looks like... Sweet. These trees are actually not taken. So we do a little wood cutting. That's awesome. That'll be good. So, no, you are. Alright, well, I appreciate that. So, let's see what else we got to do here. Oh, I guess I need to record what I just ate, the peanut bar. There's 65 calories to the peanut bar. Probably another 60 or so for the cookies. So say it's about 120, and probably about, how much for one of these in terms of protein? 2 grams? 2 grams, yeah, so we'll say 3 grams of protein. That's not bad. Oh yeah, 4th of July is coming up. That should be fun. Yeah, that's sick. All right, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna raid Get to Tables. Okay, so we're gonna raid. Let's see. Get to Tables. All right. Make sure we're. Oh, I don't think we're raiding the right stream. Hang on. Do I have that right? Is it Get to Tables? I think so. No, I don't. Hold up. No, that's right. All right, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, because I definitely didn't want to. All right, yeah, I didn't want to do that. All right, my bad. I think I just misspelled it. Raid Get Tables. Cool. All right, we're gonna raid. Why is it not showing up? Hang on 1 second. All right. Yep. Perfect. All right. That's gonna be it for us today, y'all. Thank you all very much for showing up. Bor, thanks for the follow. As always, make good decisions, y'all. Those decisions form your actions. Those actions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values form an ethos. Give me the guide to start through the rough waters of life. Much love, y'all. Come in for the hug. And raid ski. All right, YouTube, it's been good.
Thank you so much. BullMuscle, Big Red Sydney. Oh, good old